Namaste. I'm Dr. Robert, and my subject on 5-ish minutes for Dr. Robert today is the Ayurvedic concept of microbes. There has been a concept of microscopic life ever since the day of the Vedas, and the word that was employed then is the word that is used in Ayurveda as well, and that word is krmi. Krmi comes apparently from the root krama, which means to change, to move, to shift. And undoubtedly, one of the reasons why this was the case is back long ago when people were tended to be infected with parasites that were visible, various kinds of worms, then you could see that the worms were moving, and krmi was a good name for them. But even in the Vedas, there is mention of sukshma krmi, of very subtle moving things, subtle parasites, subtle worms that are invisible to the naked eye, but definitely are present on and also in the organism. In Ayurveda, we speak chiefly of krmi roga. Roga means disease. So an understanding of krmi, not just in sort of a general sense, but an understanding of those moving things that cause disease. Obviously, again, we have the krmis that are visible to the naked eye. These are very clearly there, but there was very much an understanding that these krmis could be present not just in the feces, also in the blood, even in the teeth. So many different locations on the organism where the krmis could be located. And while there are a few things that are specifically spoken of as being good for destroying krmis or keeping them under control, one of the most popular being vidanga, or which is still even today popularly employed in Ayurvedic treatments for worms and but just sort of a general tendency for the body to accumulate parasites. The more important focus of treatment was very much to make sure that the food that worms like to eat was not accumulating in the body. That food, of course, is ama, undigested material. And just as we see bacteria and molds and yeasts and worms and maggots and other things growing in food material that has broken down and is deteriorating outside the body, it's the same way on the inside. When we take things into the body, we consume it, we absorb them, but they're not properly digested. And even when they're in the body, they're not properly digested. These things that have an immunogenic response that promote inflammation on the part of the body create conditions in which the subtle krmis, the subtle pathogens, find convenient for them to start to grow and multiply and create societies and cultures of their own. So even though, yes, killing things has been regarded in Ayurveda as important, killing these krmis, more important it is to change the conditions so that we are only getting good bacteria and viruses and archaea and so on, and encouraging all the other ones to be controlled by the good ones, rather than trying to use antibiotics as was the philosophy of modern medicine for many years, and kill everything, because many of those krmis are part of our microbiome, and we require them for us to exist as individuals. So we want to keep the good krmis, get rid of the bad krmis, and again, maintaining balance in the body and getting rid of toxins is the best way to go about this. This is Dr. Robert wishing you a happy and healthy experience of good krmis.